can you share a few experiences there that that you had? Maybe some highlights of that event, and then we can wrap
Yeah.
this.
Okay. So when I went in 2019, I had actually planned to go early on in the Kumbh Mela, but unfortunately there was a death in my family and I had to cancel that. And eventually
Okay.
I went only when the Kumbh Mela was actually wrapping up. So it was in the fag
Oh,
end of the Kumbh Mela.
okay.
So there are akhadas. So these are
Hmm.
basically places where the aghoris and the sadhus and the pandits are usually stationed. So the
Hmm.
akhadas were all wrapping up by the time I reached the Kumbh last in 2019. But I was able to go to some akhadas with the help of a local person, and I saw some amazing things which were which sort of became the inspiration for me I that if the Kumbh Mela is happening again, I will go. And the fact that it is a Mahakumbh dawned on me only when I saw the whole furor about it recently in the media. But I decided to go because of the experience I had in 2019. And one of the experiences I can tell you is like I met the sadhu who was standing up. Now, this is Prayagraj. It's very cold in the winters. It's bitterly cold, and it was very cold that year as well.
Okay.
And he had a shawl wrapped around. He had a blanket wrapped around his lower body, and I was like, and he just kept standing and he wasn't talking. And then the local person who was with me, he told me that this person, the sadhu, has not sat down or laid down for 20 years. It was
Oh my
blew my
God.
mind. Like he told me that there's another sadhu who's apparently gone back because the aghoris are people who you don't know where they live, you don't know where they come from, and you don't know where they go back after the Kumbh Mela.
Correct.
So apparently there was a sadhu in that year in the Kumbh who had his hand up in the air, and he had kept his hand up in the air.
I think I saw this reel. This his hand got deformed as well a little bit
Yes,
on the left hand. His
his
hand was
hand did
always up
not.
like this.
Yeah. So basically, these,
Wow.
from what I understood, and my understanding is very, very rudimentary, it's very basic, is that they push themselves to a physical limit, to test their physical limits, and I guess to have that spiritual enlightenment or awakening when you push yourself beyond your comfort zone and beyond your physical limits, because then it is your brain that takes over. It is not your physical body. Because
Correct.
the fact that you want to lie down, but you will not lie down because you've taken a sankalp that you will remain standing, is in your brain. So I think that, so there were two, three such people I met, and I was bowled over. And
My God.
while I told everybody that this is a photography trip for me, it's actually for me to go and look for many such people, and to, it's not about trying to understand what drives them, but it's more of motivation that your brain is capable of that. Your
Of
brain is capable,
something that extraordinary. You can.
completely outrageous, that you cannot, like, when you hear about people climbing Mount Everest or doing these extraordinary adventures, doing sky,
This
whatever,
seems different. All
this is this is see, that's a one time thing. You
correct.
climb the Everest once and you come back down, or there are people who've done
Correct.
it twice or thrice or whatever, but these are
Correct.
people who are pushing their physical limits every single day and for years on end.
Decades.
Unbelievable, which is an
Wow.
unbelievable level of mental fortitude, according to me.
It's true.
That's
No
something
amount of training can help that.
no amount of training can will ever, like, people like me, we're so used to our creature comforts and our life in these little cocoons we've created for ourselves, and we can't even fathom. And I think that's what excites me so much, that it is so outrageous that you can't imagine it.
That's true. That's true. I mean, when I saw a
To
couple of
see
the
it, you're
videos,
compelled to you're compelled to see it, but
you
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 can't
get
imagine it.
curious. You get excited as well. Like, oh my God! Like the level of determination and will,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
grit they have,
yeah,
and with the equal amount of ferocity, they continue their sadhana in the same way for
yeah,
decades.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It has been a
Insane.
massive eye opener for me. The last one was, and that's why I was determined that I would go this year.
Wonderful. I think this is amazing. I think this year is going to be even more, enlightening for you once you go there, given the auspiciousness of the space and the kind of gathering that's happening there.
Yeah, I hope so too. I took a dip in the Triveni that time as well.
Oh, okay. All right. That's amazing.
Yep.
That's wonderful.
It is an amazing
Th-
experience, no doubt.
I think this is like worth going, worth being present there. Please do go if you can, if you have the time, if you have the capacity and physical, durability. Please do go and visit once. And Ritu, thank you so much for this inspiring session today and sharing with our fellow viewers that no matter where you are, you can do contribute in whatever way you can.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for doing whatever you're doing. Can you